We went from two 10-row systems to one 16-row system this year. When we updated, we also updated from two 6400 harvesters to one 6640, which is a lot bigger harvester. We really like the job that our 6400s did, but this 6640 will, just outshines everything.
I mean, that's a spud-eating son of a gun. I mean, it will, it will put away spuds, and you get a good operator in there that, he can load trucks in a hurry. We were loading trucks in 2.5 minutes.
It dug cleaner, a lot cleaner. Got rid of a lot more vines, through the fan system and everything else that's on that harvester. So, it was, for us anyways, a win-win situation to update both the cellar system and the spud harvesters.
And what was really amazing is you'd get the trucks to the cellar and you was unloading them trucks in 2.5 to 3 minutes at the cellar. So your downtime, you're sitting and waiting, just wasn't there. Well, up until the 2016 growing crop, we've always had two unloading facilities or systems down here. Had to have two sets of crew. So last year we started sitting down and looked at ways to just streamline and cut our operating costs at harvest time. We went from 2 crews to 1 crew. We cut number of dump trucks that you have for getting rid of your tear dirt. We cut everything right down, just to try and save some money and still be able to get the crop put away in that window that we like to try and have things done by.
On our older systems, we only had 1 stinger on the even flow tub, but we still had 2 trucks backed in at all times, but you just unload one at a time. With this new system, we had still 2 trucks backed in, but we had 2 stingers, and we could unload both trucks just as fast as you could go. When we sat down and kind of had things, Justin and Corey and them kind of had drawings and got with the engineers and the new dirt eliminator, and they kind of drew things up. And we'd seen pictures, of it and that, and says, yeah, this is what let's do it. And you look at it and you look at the picture and you're like, it's a collector, it's an eliminator, and you're just kind of like, yeah, this is really cool. Well, I'd gone in there to get parts and stuff, and Dave Wheeler says, hey, you need to come with me. And so we went out into the shop and stuff, and they had just got it out of paint, and they were starting to put some of the electrical and stuff on it. And I just sat and looked at it, and I just looked down it and kept looking down it and kept looking down it. And Dave goes, and it's not all here. And I'm like, dude, this thing's a beast. And I said, ever since then, the beast is stuck. We was hoping that it would do a phenomenal job and get rid of more dirt, get rid of more vines. And it did.
It's an amazing machine. It was fun to watch it and sit there and just watch it eat potatoes. Cellar system just worked really well, more than what we expected it was going to do. It's neat to watch spuds roll just like a river running with that constant flow like that, and it just amazes you what that system will put away for you in a day.
The major benefit with that 880 piler is, number one, the size. We kind of nicknamed it Big Mama because it's big. You don't really realize it. There's 48 inches, and the amount of spuds that thing will put away is just crazy. The improvements alone on that piler is unreal. The remote isn't much bigger than my cell phone, and it's all variable pushed on the buttons. The harder you push the button, the faster it does a function, whether it's up and down, swinging left to right. If you could figure out how to hold it and had 20 fingers, you could do all the functions with that remote at the same time. Our older pilers, you'd only be able to go up and down, but you couldn't go up and down and side to side, left or right at the same time. Our 2 piler operators are really good piler operators, and it took a little bit of time getting used to the remote, but once they got used to the remote, I mean, that boom just was smooth. There was no jarring with that boom, side to side or up and down. It just made a constant, sideways and come up, and he'd do his tiers and away it'd go. So just the improvements alone with that thing is amazing of what it's capable of doing.
It seems like this new equipment, you don't have the tear dirt that kind of just ends up everywhere. Things are designed to put the tear dirt or the material on the tear conveyors and out with the dump trucks or the side dump trucks. So it didn't take as much help to keep things cleaned up around the system. But our big thing is, we look at it that we want to run the system with about 12 people.
I think the biggest thing with Sputnik, going and talking to Sputnik about this kind of stuff, is Sputnik is looking to make that next step. They're always looking forward at things instead of like, this is the piece of equipment we have, so this is what we're going with. They're taking it and looking at, yeah, we've got this piler, but how can we make this piler better? How can we make it, function better, work better, and do a better overall job of things.
I'm Kirk Fisher. I'm the farm manager at Wada Farms, Wheatgrass, Michaud.
I'm Chris Fisher. I'm one of the assistant farm managers for Wada Farms, Michaud. Work underneath my father.
We've started out, we've run Sputnik equipment for as long as Wada Farms has been operating as Wada Farms. Always been good people to work with. And they're looking out for our well-being as coming up with the equipment to do our job and do a better job of it.
I think the investment in and above itself pays for it, hands down.